I should have put my budgie smugglers on. Sunrise host David Koch awkwardly jokes about shutting down Aboriginal protests as Sam Armytage gushes about wonderful Indigenous culture after activists hijack the show. Channel 7's Sunrise was criticized last month for trying to hide Aboriginal protesters outside its Sydney studios, by using soundproof blinds. But on Tuesday, hosts David Koch and Samantha Armtage had no choice but to address angry protesters, who hijacked the show, which was broadcast live from the Gold Coast. The usually bubbly breakfast TV hosts looked visibly nervous and caught off guard as they tried to remain composed, with activists shouting loudly in the background. At one point, Kochie made an awkward joke about putting on a pair of budgie smugglers to try and scare the protests away, which was met with nervous laughter. I should have put my budgie smugglers on, that would have scared everyone off, he said. Sam interjected, no, just stop there. Stop while you're ahead. Kochie laughed and added, that would shut down the protest. Sam awkwardly laughed along and said, I don't know, it might spark it up again. Earlier in the show, protesters were seen holding up placards and yelling, always was, always will be Aboriginal land. The protests derailed Sunrise's plans to host a $250 dress-up competition instead. The hosts were left to awkwardly improvise, while being drowned out by loud activists. We have to be very careful with some of the language going to air, said Sam. I do want to point out that the original segment that sparked this was at children at risk, not about land rights, must just keep that in mind. Last month, Aboriginal activists gathered outside Sunrise's Martin Place studios demanding an apology over a controversial segment about Aboriginal children that featured an all-white panel. Also on Tuesday, Sam and Kochie bizarrely began gushing over Aboriginal culture while ignoring protesters' demands for an apology over last month's segment. We try to bring you the best of the Commonwealth Games, and the best does include protests as well, said Kochie. But it shouldn't overshadow all of the great things that have been happening at the Commonwealth Games, from all cultures, Australian cultures and backgrounds as well. We are a melting pot of so many cultures. Sam added, that wonderful opening ceremony that showcased our very proud and wonderful Aboriginal history,